And that's why in recent times there's been all this talk about if Ukraine had nuclear weapons, could Russia have done this? So,
And they had
so
a good amount. They had about 2,000
they had a
warheads.
very large proportion of the Soviet arsenal on their soil. See, the whole point is that Ukraine did not have control over those weapons. They were just on its territory. So, what it gave up were actually Russian weapons. But the understanding that has gone around the world is if a country has nuclear weapons, then actions like those that have taken place in the case of Russia, Ukraine will not take place. So invasions of countries don't happen when you have nuclear weapons because there's a
Deterrence.
deterrent value
That
of
what that's
that
what you said
weapon.
has gone up. But
Yeah.
ma'am, do people and leaders understand the value of nuclear and the capacity that it could, possibly destroy the world as we know it now? And which is different than the atomic bomb which was dropped on in Japan
Yeah.
after the World War II.
So, yes and no. I think the understanding that this is a lethal weapon, this is a weapon of mass destruction, is very much there. And that's why there is a norm of non use of nuclear weapons or a taboo against the use of nuclear weapons because this is not seen as a normal weapon. You don't breach that red line and escalate above to the nuclear level. But at the same time, I find because Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened 80 years ago, in fact, this year will be 80 years of the use of Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombs. So from then to now, human memory has faded a bit. We have started talking very casually about limited nuclear war, that you could fight and control escalation at the nuclear level. This is something that had been given up. This idea had been given up once Presidents Reagan and Gorbachev had agreed on a statement, a very important statement, which was that a nuclear war cannot be won and therefore it should not be fought.
There are no winners.
There are no winners in this because you're going to equally harm each other. And if you remember, in the case of Hiroshima, it was a 12 KT weapon, a kiloton weapon. Today, we've got megaton varieties
Yeah.
of weapons.
So
So
it's
it's
gone
a different,
exponentially high.
much orders of magnitude much higher. So we are in a different situation altogether. So that understanding is there, but I think you have to keep repeating it to let people understand that this is not just a little more lethal weapon. It is a extraordinary weapon. It's a different kind of a weapon, and that must be brought to the minds of the leaders again and again, that you can't go down this route and achieve anything which is worthwhile.